This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Welcome in. We begin tonight with a situation that could happen to anyone. A woman mistakenly left her credit card at a restaurant, and hours later, someone tried stealing hundreds of dollars using it.
We are digging into what happened here and who is responsible. More now from RTV6's Stephanie Wade.
Monday evening, a woman accidentally left her credit card at Red Lobster in Castleton after paying her bill. Next thing she knew, she checked her online statement and saw someone tried spending hundreds of dollars, all while the card was still here.
Unbelievable to me. I've dined at this restaurant for 20 plus years. I've never had a problem, but never in a million years did I suspect when I handed my credit card over that this would happen.
Sherry French was mortified to see 13 attempted transactions on her credit card when she didn't have it.
What would give the person even the forethought to think that this was something that was okay to do, and then to use DoorDash service, an online purchase at Nordstrom's for $400, all within a short amount of time.
Sherry called the restaurant once she realized she left it there. Red Lobster said they put it in their safe. Turns out it was anything but that.
You just don't have control over it at that point.
Tim Maniscalco with the Better Business Bureau says they don't track how often this type of fraud happens. Credit card companies are quick to catch it on their end, but crooks will first try very small transactions to see if they can get away with it before making larger purchases.
Whenever that card is out of your sight, anybody can copy the number down, take a picture of it. You just don't know.
This happened to me. It's probably happened to others, and it will probably continue to happen.
In a statement, Red Lobster tells me it, quote, secured the physical card in a safe until it received instructions from its owner. Unfortunately, in today's society, credit card numbers can be compromised in a variety of ways beyond the physical card. They are committed to actively participating in any investigations with police or the credit card company.
Causes a lot of fear and anxiety unnecessarily for a consumer to be concerned about this.
Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
It is still unclear if someone at Red Lobster took the information. According to Experian, credit card fraud is the most common form of identity theft, followed by employment or tax-related fraud, phone or utilities fraud. Set up fraud alerts through your credit card companies if you haven't already, so it will notify you if something has been compromised.
A dangerous intersection on Indianapolis's southwest side with a growing number of crashes and near misses. It's the same spot where a dump truck and school bus collided earlier this week. Only RTV6 is zeroing in on the dangers. Call 6 Investigates Paris LaBelle began looking into the hazards at that intersection last week. Now he's working for you, asking why the plan to fix the issues is so far off in the distance.
Neighbors here in the area call it a bad design, a dangerous intersection, but they say even though they've complained to the city, still nothing's being done. At Man Road and Southport Road. How would you describe it?
Extremely dangerous.
Very confusing, because they come at such angles.
The intersection is more like a triangle.
It's a horrible design. It's a horrible design.
It's just so broke up and, different directions, different angles. It's not like a four-way stop at all.
It's been the home of crashes and near misses for years.
Now it's kind of like, here we go. It's happened, I can't tell you. It's happened so much that it's just almost normal.
We first started looking into the intersection on Friday when neighbors reached out to us to share concerns about drivers running the stop signs.
Several wrecks out here, a lot of horn blowing right there.
Then on Tuesday, just days after our first story, a dump truck and a school bus with more than 30 students on board collided in the intersection.
When he hit her, it was the loudest sound I've ever heard.
The truck driver told police their brakes failed, but Joanne witnessed the crash and says the truck was driving way too fast and didn't brake until the last moment.
When I heard the truck coming, I looked up and I could see when he went by, I thought, he's not going to make the stop sign. He's just not.
The intersection has seen a number of crashes over the years. We asked the city for specific numbers, but they weren't readily available. The city tells us they installed these stop signs in 2017. Neighbors say it has helped reduce the number of crashes.
However, it is not the solution.
But they say the crashes still happen, so what's being done about it? We went to the city, and they tell us DPW is in the process of designing a new intersection. They say it will include a slight realignment of Southport Road to form a T intersection at Man Road, with a designated turn lane and a new traffic signal. But they say the work on the project won't start until 2022. but the community says that's just too far away.
Until they do, it's just gonna, be accidents after accidents.
Somebody's going to get killed, let alone hurt.
Right now, the initial plans say this intersection will be rebuilt in 2022. They're going to be using federal funding to complete the project. On the city's southwest side, Paris Lubell, RTV6.
Paris, thank you. RTV6 getting results. We showed you this huge pothole last night at 11, one large enough for a dog to fit comfortably inside. It was located on the 2900 block of Amherst in a neighborhood near the Pyramids in College Park. One neighbor told us she complained to the city over and over again, but there was never a response. And that is until last night after we ran this story. And today we see the pothole has been patched. If you see a problem in your community and need help, reach out to us at workingforyou@rtv6.com.
A mix of sun and clouds across central Indiana, setting the stage for a comfortable night. And then a big warm-up is on the way. Let's check with Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory. Kevin.
And we'll start with the comfortable right now, Amanda. 71. That's current temperature in Marion. Frankfort's at 74. A 70s kind of evening, and with a light wind and the sky clearing, temperatures will fall just into the low to mid 50s. Here's the progress through the evening hours. Sky will clear once the sun sets. 59 at 11 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow morning, some patchy fog to begin the day. Already by noon, should be pushing that 70-degree mark. We'll hit 78 for the afternoon high. Tomorrow and again on Friday, we'll keep our eye on the severe weather potential. Its greatest northern portions of the state on the Thursday, then just a lower marginal risk again to the north on Friday. We'll get more detailed with that, talk about our timing for storms coming up.
3 more top employees have resigned following a Call 6 investigation into misuse of funds within the Indiana Department of Veterans Affairs. Assistant Director Matt Vinson, Outreach Director Jeff Wirt, and Communications Director Adrian Bonner have all submitted their resignations. In November, Call 6 Investigates questioned why IDVA employees receive benefits from the Military Family Relief Fund, some beyond the $2,500 limit. This as the agency denied other veterans. Records show both Wirt and Bonner received benefits the agency administered. Former IDVA Director Jim Brown also resigned last year, and the new director vowed to make personal changes. And a new state law will help families impacted by devastating illness.
Yeah, Tammy's Law is named after 49-year-old Tammy Kemp. She died May 5th after battling ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. Kemp had Medicare, but because she was under 65 years old, she was unable to purchase supplemental insurance. That meant her husband spent days battling insurance companies and collection agencies over billing. Well, that battle is over. Tammy's Law passed the state legislature, and Indiana became the 31st state with such a law.
It's just going to address the time you can spend with your family with peace of mind that you're not going to get this unforeseen bill in the mail that you would never expected.
Again, Tammy died on May 5th. Senator Aaron Houchin sponsored the legislation and named it after her. Governor Eric Holcomb will have a bill signing ceremony for Tammy's Law. It goes into effect on July 1st.
A who's who list of dignitaries joined family and friends of the late Senator Richard Lugar to pay their final respects today. Funeral services took place at St. Luke's United Methodist Church on the north side. Vice President Mike Pence was among those who spoke. Pence told the audience Senator Lugar will be remembered as a senator who gained bipartisan respect for his influence in foreign affairs. Lugar was also remembered for his impact on the city of Indianapolis, where he served 2 terms. Lugar spent 36 years in the Senate. He died last month at the age of 87. Well, coming up next, future scientists are getting a jump start on their careers while studying for finals.
Barbara Boyd made history in local television as Indy's first black female reporter. And it all started with a phone call that wasn't even meant for her. She explains straight ahead.
And Trackside 6 live at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 2 wall bangers today. Both drivers are A-OK.
Welcome to the club, boys.
Welcome to the club. Either you are about to or you already have. Tell you why. Wrap it up. Practice day number 2 coming up.
Started for $30 a month for a year. Switch today.
This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
Hiring Hoosiers is our initiative from RTV6 that works to connect you to jobs, resources, training, and education. Science-related jobs are among the highest in demand right now. That's why the Lawrence Township School District in Indianapolis is investing in several classes focused on biomedical sciences. It is one of the several careers-related courses offered at McKenzie Center. The district also works with a number of advisory boards made up of professionals in different industries. They're interested in making sure the future workforce has the skills required out in the real world.
They tell us exactly what we should be teaching our students, which is really important so that our kids aren't just sitting in a traditional classroom, but getting relevant real-time experiences.
The McKenzie Center offers several career-based programs from cosmetology to culinary arts to engineering to construction technology. We have much more on the program right now at hiringhoosiers.com.
In our 70 years of broadcasting history, there have been some pretty unforgettable people who have worked here, called this place home, and really made an impact on our community.
And one of them is Barbara Boyd. Barbara is a true Indiana broadcast pioneer. She arrived at then WFBM in 1969. She was the first African-American female television reporter in Indianapolis, and later the first African-American female anchor. And it all started with a phone call. Just listen to Barbara tell the story.
I helped open the Head Start program here, and Channel 6 was doing a documentary on Indianapolis, and they wanted to include a Head Start classroom. So they sent a team out to, interview a teacher and go through the classrooms. A couple of days later, they called and wanted to interview the teacher they had interviewed earlier, or, to come in and audition. Of course, we don't put calls through, and, we have to know what they're about. So I said, what's the nature of the call? So he said, well, we want to interview this teacher. So I jokingly said, well, honey, if you're looking for a star, here I are. He said, you want to do it, really? I said, yeah, what I got to do? So he said, well, just get together 5-6 minute vignette on anything you like. Well, I did it on Head Start. I was the office manager. Did a little walking, stand up. Didn't really know what that was because I'd seen it on TV, though. Then I came in. They called me to come in, and I did a little thing on the set, reading, and then I went in front of the big boys. Oh, wow. I guess there were about 7 of them, Jerry Chapman, the GM, the whole bit. So I'm being very flip, really don't care if I get this job, because I'm making $10,000 a year already, big stuff. So as we're coming out, Bob Gamble, who was the news director, he and I came out the door at the same time, and I looked up and I said, oh, you do have some hair. Golly, this man ends up being my boss. He's sensitive about his head. And so that's how I got here in 1969.
That's how you do it. You have to be unforgettable, right?
I don't know how much I like today.
Well, after that story, Barbara became the consumer reporter for Channel 6. She retired in 1994 after 25 years.
And she is in the Indiana Broadcasters Hall of Fame and recently celebrated her 90th birthday. So congratulations. I don't know, hearing her story, it's cracking me up.
It's amazing. Yeah, 90 years, can you believe it? Big party that Kevin was at.
And you know what? Coworkers, alumni of the station came from across the country to celebrate with her. So it was so neat. And all of the people that she's touched within the Indianapolis market, working with different groups in that, everybody was kind of represented.
And that's far-reaching for
Absolutely,
Barbara.
yeah. She mentioned she started with a Head Start program. Here we go. Let's talk about temperatures that are headed close to the mid-80s, the warmest temperatures we've seen so far. We'll step it up a bit tomorrow. We've been in the low 70s today. Closer to the 80-degree mark Thursday, and we make some real progress as we head into the weekend. Warmest temperatures of 2019. Everything looking good out at the Motor Speedway. We'll hear about the action there with Dave and TK in just a little bit. Temperatures 69 in Richmond, 68 in Greensburg, Batesville there along I-74, also in the upper 60s. Warmer north and west. Lafayette is at 74. It's comfortable. The sky clears tonight. The wind will be light. That combination with the ground pretty moist will lead to some patchy fog first thing in the morning. Temperatures will be in the low to mid 50s through about 8 a.m. Then we'll start to make our move. Once we get rid of the fog, temperatures by noontime will be at 68. Still another 10 degrees to go. In the afternoon, we'll settle at 78 for the high, 80 to the south. The next 2 days, the best chance of thunderstorms will continue to be northern half of the state. I think if you draw a line from Lafayette to Indy down toward Columbus, north of that is the most likely area for thunderstorms. Strongest storms tomorrow. Monticello, Kokomo, Muncie, and Richmond North. That's kind of the broad brush of the slight risk category now. What I don't have great confidence in yet is the timing of a cluster of thunderstorms that will dive from northwest to southeast across the state. This model run has it a little bit earlier in the evening. There is 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Then by 10, out of the picture. If that slows down, we may see it arrive in northwest Indiana around 7 and then take longer to move through. But that's what we need to be aware of for tomorrow. Storm Shield app, keep you up to date. Temperatures mid-80s on Friday. Slight chance of rain to the north. Temperatures from the mid-80s, they stay there on Saturday. Probably the best day of the weekend because thunderstorms develop Sunday, 81 degrees. Early next week, a little cooler. Dry Monday, 72. Chance of thunderstorms as we come back into the upper 70s on Tuesday and Wednesday.
I like seeing that warm-up.
You'll love feeling it.
All right.
Thanks, Kevin. Now let's catch up with Dave first. And Tony Kanaan, a busy day at the track today, you guys.
Hey, guys.
Hi, yeah, practice day number 2. I mean, you couldn't ask for better conditions the last couple days, right?
It's completely odd how we're going to have a whole week that is not going to rain.
Of practice. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
It's still windy.
A couple of very dangerous-looking accidents. Let's begin just after 12:30 this afternoon involving the 2-time world champ Fernando Alonso heading into turn 2. A lot of guys are dealing with understeer, meaning the car's pushing up against the wall coming out of the exit. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, what happens there when you're following someone and you don't have the aerodynamics, it washes out really quick. And Alonso lift, but when you lift, it feels like the car picks up speed, and he admitted it was his mistake. It's very easy to do.
They will go to the backup. Our Brad Brown caught up with Fernando afterwards.
The progress that you made today, how had it felt up until the incident?
I felt much better than yesterday. Definitely, I think we were moving in the right direction. So, yeah, small steps that we learned today. Hopefully, we can bring for next time. And yeah, as I said, I'm sorry for the guys.
And they got the backup ready. Should be good to go tomorrow. Felix Rosenquist, then just after 5 o'clock. Much different scenario for Felix.
That was a rookie mistake. You go underneath the white line and you hit the concrete and the grass, and then you're up for the trip.
The most interesting thing, Will Power was following him. He had to take evasive actions to the inside, and then you had Jack Harvey went to the outside. That could have been really dangerous.
For sure, and big props to the track. They had the tire barrier there. Doug Boles in the IndyCar. Apart from the soft wall, that tire did this job.
Let's hear from the Swedish rookie.
It's always hard to get up to the limit because the limit hits you pretty hard in these speeds and in these low downforce and this track. It can bite you really quick. And yeah, I felt good. It's been better and better all the time for every run, and I think maybe I got a bit of too much confidence there.
Again, both drivers are okay, and that's certainly key in all of this. Everyone's dealing with understeer. Why is that?
Wow, but that's just it's not all of a sudden. That's mostly what happens when you run in traffic, right? You depend a lot on the front
wing. So not so more this year than years past?
No, last year was worse, actually, and that's why we increased. We had a new aerodynamic package, which we had the extensions on the front wing, and Firestone came up with a tire with more front grip. So if you look at the speeds in comparison to last year, they're quicker from day one.
Right.
Because we have more grip.
All right, take a look at the no-toe speeds. This is interesting because perhaps a precursor of what we can expect in qualifying. And there's some guy by the name of Tony Kanaan who's second quick on the no-toes.
We're there. We're working on our qualifying car.
Getting there, huh?
There'll be no toes in qualifying, so we got to work on that.
Alexander Rossi, he's looked really good so far this week as well. Hey, tomorrow night, hope you join us for another Trackside Thursday night special, including a rare one-on-one interview with Robert Wickens. Remember, Robert was the Indy 500 Rookie of the Year last year, involved in that nasty accident at Pocono, suffered a variety of broken bones. His road to recovery, though, continues. And tomorrow night, we hit on a variety of topics, including his determination to race again.
There's always that light at the end of the tunnel that there's nothing stopping me from getting back into an IndyCar, even if my legs never come back. And that's been the big thing for me is like, I will race again. I know I will.
That and more, including Ray Hall's new rides, his high-performance shop out in Brownsburg, right in Hyundai. We'll introduce you to him. And we found Gordon Johncock up in the forest of South Branch, Michigan. Tomorrow night, 7:30 only, right here on RTV6. Hey, quick reminder also about tonight. The news at 11, another installment of Two for the Road. This time starring the 2016 winner of the Indy 500, Alexander Rossi. Just wait. This is amazing. Tonight at 11 o'clock. You did one with us as well. That airs Sunday.
Oh, you guys should watch that. It's a fun segment, so I'm glad you guys did that.
Great personalities of the series.
And we get to know a lot of places in Indianapolis that we didn't even know.
Yeah,
so
much more at 7 and 11. 2 for the road with Alexander Rossi. For DCAM Day First, the news at 6 continues after this quick timeout.
Remember to join us on May 30th when Channel 6 celebrates 70 years on the air. Former anchors Clyde Lee and Dion Willis will lead us in a 1-hour special at 7 p.m. We hope you'll be able to join us as well.
Patchy fog joins us first thing in the morning. Temperatures in the 50s. We'll get to 65 by noon. 78 the afternoon high tomorrow. Up, and away.
Looking forward to it, and thank you for making RTV6 your choice for news.